The Honourable Rodney Hyde.
Thank you, Mr Chairman, and I'm sorry to members for being out of the chair, but we've just been working through the SOPs, and we've still got a bit of work to do, Mr Chairman, but I have to say that while some don't agree with government policy and some have been incorrectly drafted, the one from Mr Hawkins, on the face of it, does have some merit, and we're just working through with officials and with colleagues on it. The idea is, as I understand it, from reading the SOP and speaking to officials, is that as it's at present drafted, the Council can require the CCOs to have meetings in the open. By the way, that's always been the case because they are council-controlled organisations, but the legislation now makes that explicit. But the difficulty is, as I understand from the members' SOP, is that there's no mechanism for the people actually to have their say. So you can imagine that there's a board meeting, if you like, going on, and you can observe it, but there can be no input. The difficulty too is that members would have to be removed, obviously if there's anything of a commercial nature. For some of the CCOs that's not so significant, but for some of them it could be a large part of their board business. So it occurs to me anyway, at least, that if you are going to open them up, there needs to be a mechanism by which the public can have a direct input to the CCO, sort of like a shareholders' meeting, whereby you can imagine you have board meetings, which are done, here, and the board meets, and then they have to front up and explain their decision-making, but more particularly in a public meeting, shareholders can get up and have their say, and as I understand it, from the members' SOP, that's essentially what the SOP is attempting to do. And let me give that member an assurance that we're taking his work and his proposal seriously, like we are the other SOPs. If members want particular questions answered about their SOPs, please raise them and we'll work it through. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman.